This week, we're starting the build I've been wanting to do for a long time. We're building the Buggy. Now, in the last video, I handed off the 92 XJ to Travis, but that series is not over. Travis has some plans for it. He's already started gathering some parts. We're gonna catch up with him, get some more work done on that vehicle, and there'll be more updates on that one in future videos. Also, we have the YJ project that I'm really excited to work on, but that one's very special to me, and I want to find the right parts before we put too much more into that one. So that leaves us with the Buggy, and this one might be kind of interesting. So the idea here with this one is to build a very cheap, simple Buggy out of mostly spare parts. This is a lot of stuff I've just collected over time. Some stuff I'm just not going to use, but let me give you a full breakdown on exactly what we're doing. And at the end, I'm going to let you know what's going to power this Buggy. So what we're looking at here is a CJ5 frame with a Volkswagen Dune Buggy cage kit that's welded to it. Some axles from a, I believe, 95 Dodge. These are full width, Dana 44 in the front, Chrysler 9 1/4 in the rear. Stock XJ rear leaf springs. The front has a truss kit and long arm kit from an XJ as well. Not sure of the brand. All of these are used parts. This is all stuff I picked up either marketplace or through a friend. Wheels, tires, everything came with the axles. Set of seats, Facebook Marketplace. Now obviously this is going to be a lot of work. The cage is welded to the frame, but only in certain places. We're going to have to build some more brackets. It's a lot more tube work to get all this tied in. I think the first step we're going to start doing here soon is cutting off this old leaf spring bracket and building some brackets underneath the frame or off this frame to hold this cross member. I'm trying to keep the XJ cross member and long arm kit to be completely bolt on. Simple brackets, we can build some of that. There'll be quite a bit of fabrication in this little series. But we're going to build spring buckets for the front. I'm going to run XJ coils in the front as well. I have a transmission transfer case that we're going to put in it from the YJ currently, because I'm going to be doing a transmission swap in the YJ. We're going to take the transmission that's in there, and that's what's going to go into this Buggy. Back here in the back, like I was saying, these are stock Cherokee leaves. Just got them kind of sitting under the axle right now. We're gonna have to clean this axle up. I've got new spring perches on the way. Had a thought back here for the back of these. They're just sitting on the frame right now. But I have these really cheap drop shackles from something. I don't remember exactly. But I'm feeling like my plan here is I'm actually gonna cut these off, maybe at an angle, and they're going to get welded to the back of the frame here at straight out some angle. I'll figure that out, whatever. This is obviously going to come down a little bit lower, and then we'll run shackles between them. Might end up building our own shackles on that one. Some boomerang shackles. Harbor Freight receiver hitch, because recovery points or to tow stuff around with this, whatever we end up doing. But I think the most interesting part of this build, and what's going to be kind of maybe the good idea, maybe the bad idea, is running the Jeep transmission and transfer case. I have Cherokee head, drive shafts, I got all that stuff figured out. Off the front of the transmission, I actually want to run a very large sprocket to a jack shaft onto this side, which will have a clutch and everything. And then from there, we're going to come back up, build a little structure right out here in the middle to hold what we're going to use to power this buggy. That's right. The Harbor Freight Predator 212. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I've seen it done a couple times for some different types of builds. I've seen one other kind of rock crawler build. There's very little information, very little video about it, so maybe that's because it didn't work out very well, but we're gonna find out. I plan on building this in a way that this is where we're starting as for a power plant, but it should be easy to swap over to something else as well if we need to. I'm hoping this will work out. I've got a few different ideas for steering, brakes, things like that. We're probably gonna have electric power steering on this. I'm looking at, it's either the Prius or the, I think it's a Kia Soul. Both have an inline power steering unit that just goes through the steering shaft. We're gonna look at a few options there. Few options as far as charging for batteries, because I do plan on running lights, winch, things like that on this as well. So this will be a very interesting build. It's gonna have a lot of fabrication, so if you like the build channels, if you like the build series, figuring the stuff out along the way, because I have no idea what I'm doing, then stay tuned for this one. The Predator buggy is gonna be a pretty interesting build. Now it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter video this week. Got a lot of stuff going on and a lot of work to do to this. The buggy build's gonna take a minute. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have ideas in my head that I think will work. We're gonna piece it together. We're gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna take you along the way. I'm gonna document as much as I can, and I'm looking for any input. Anything you wanna say, anything that may or may not help. If it's entirely just a dumb idea and you know it's not gonna work, please let me know. Leave a comment. And like always, I'm JB. This is Texas Trail Rigs.